it's Julie. Happy Friday. We are just trying to use up some vegetables tonight so they don't go bad. We'll be going out of town in a few days. So I'm just going to make a quick spaghetti. And I don't know if you guys can tell on here, some of these tomatoes are not looking very happy. There's nothing wrong with them. We're going to cook with them so we don't lose. Let me see. Is that one a little wrinkly? There's just a couple of them that have a little wrinkle to them, but they're getting older. They've been in the fridge for a couple weeks, so we are going to use these veggies up so they won't go bad while we are gone. I know I've mentioned before, I don't know how many of you are, what do you need? Oh, you can get one, just wash your hands before you do it. I know that I've mentioned before how I put zucchini in a bunch of stuff, including spaghetti. So I'm just going to show you guys I actually do that. I've already cut up half the zucchini. I'm cutting everything very big only because my husband likes big, got it? Likes big chunks in his spaghetti. And I'm not going to argue with that because big chunks take less time to cut up than small chunks. I will do the zucchini in small chunks just so they cook faster. Zucchini is not something that my family just begs to have in their spaghetti, but they can't taste it. Sometimes they can see it, they can't taste it. It takes on the, are you saying no, you can't taste it? Are you agreeing? I didn't know what you were doing behind me. Anyway, it's a very mild flavor and it takes up the flavor of everything else. Not sure on spaghetti noodles if we're going to have enough. I have another kind that's open, but it's a different size, so I'm just going to use this one. We got about half of it left. We'll cook that up tonight if the water would ever boil. If I can turn it up a little bit. I'm sorry, what? Yes, ma'am, I already have noodles, thank you. This is a perfect example of use what you have. Let's see here. Remind me when I'm done, please, ma'am, to turn the dryer back on. So with our spaghetti sauce, I usually try to keep multiple jars in the pantry, but that hasn't happened. I have one jar of spaghetti sauce from Costco, and then I found some marinara, so that's what we have. So that's what we're going with. Spaghetti is easy if you're looking for a way to bulk up the nutritional value. If you are looking for a way to use your veggies up so they don't go bad, it's a perfect thing. And if you think about it, all the veggies are good for you. They're relatively inexpensive, and they can stretch your meal farther, right? Win, win, win. I do have the venison, the ground venison in the pan. And yes, I'm cooking the venison with the veggies because why not? It's all going to go in the same pan together anyway. All right, let me flip the meat over. Oops. Party foul. I dropped an onion. All right, we got a bell pepper. There's a half a bell pepper already in there, just left over from something. This is my ends and pieces bag. That's what we will use for broth the next time I make broth, which won't be until after the holidays. It has been an interesting week, guys. How has your week been going? It is Friday. Hey. Christmas shopping? Did you already feed and water the animals, buddy? Can you go do that, please? Before he comes back in the stairs? Our elderly dog has a hard time getting up the steps into our house. Are you going? So he's barking outside trying to get inside, but we want to get him fed first. Okay, let's see here. Almost done with the bell pepper. There we go. So this pan is really filling up. If I decide, and I didn't put any oil in here, there's a little bit of oil in the venison. Venison is very lean, but there's a little bit in there, which is enough. Hey Nelda, can I get you to do me a huge favor? Yeah. Come here, please. Can you please? I'm trying to hurry. Can you get those and throw them away for me? Thank you so much, ma'am. These are just some baby bell mushrooms. Hang on 1 second, guys. I've got to take off the sweatshirt. It's warm in here. Yes, I'm doing a video. It's just pointed over there. My son's looking at me like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, been an interesting week. Had lots of opportunities. Had a few opportunities to help people I don't normally have. We are doing a homeless outreach in the morning. My daughter and my son might go. We'll just have to see. Right now I was cutting up those tomatoes. Takes so much less time to cut all this when I'm doing it chunky. I don't have a certain way, I've said this before, to cut things. It just, however it gets cut is how it gets cut. So we're doing the homeless outreach tomorrow. We're supposed to have a basketball game that got canceled. And then we are getting together with some family tomorrow night. So a nice busy day, but it'll be a fun day. And it's so rewarding being able to help others. I encourage anybody, if you have the time and you have a place, to volunteer a little bit. Like I said in another video, you know, there's so many places around towns usually that you have opportunities to volunteer at. Alright, I'm going to do about 4 cloves of garlic. This I won't chunk big. I'll go ahead and dice this up. I should have done more than 4, but because the pan's already full. Whether you have a lot of money or a little money, it doesn't cost anything to help out a little bit. And that's one of the things that the outreach that we're doing tomorrow, Neighbors in Need, is we like it because you don't always know who's in need and who's not. There are people who are in need who actually need the assistance and they receive it, but they also volunteer at this event. They don't have extra money, but they want to help. So they will come and volunteer their time and then also get the resources that are there as well. So it's a 2-for-1 for them. They can still get the help they need, but they can still help others at the same time, which is really cool. Okay, I know there's better ways to do this. I always try to rush with you guys. And then it ends up just taking longer. One of these days I'll just settle down. I just try to make the videos not 30 minutes because when they're on my phone like this, I have an old phone, so it'll take a week to upload. There we go. And I would prefer it not take a week to upload. Because by the time it comes out, not really relevant at that time anymore. So if it uploads in a week, then you guys will think, like at Christmas, we're having spaghetti. Alright, so I'm going to get the garlic. I'm not putting any extra seasonings in. We're just going to make it simple tonight. Like I said, I really just wanted to get through some of these vegetables and get them used before they went bad. I hate to see food go to waste. All right. Let's start this up. There is venison in here, like I said. There's 2 packages, which is around 2 pounds. But if you look at the pot, it is full, and mostly it's full of veggies. I can give you a close-up before I put the sauce in. Let me throw on some Italian. I'm not going to put garlic in just because I chopped the garlic up. If I need to put some garlic in there later, I will. I'm not opposed to that. And then a little bit of salt. All right. Next up. And if I could stir this up without knocking it out onto the floor, it would be lovely, but that may not happen tonight. Hey, Nana, what time's the game? Come on. 7? Central or Eastern? Or do you know? Okay. So, there we have it. Spaghetti before the sauce. Just going to break up some of the meat. It is much easier and much quicker to make, like I said, when you're cutting everything in big chunks, which my husband prefers. My children prefer small chunks, but my husband requested big chunks tonight, and he hasn't had the big chunks in a while, so this will be a daddy dinner. He should get what he wants every now and then too, huh? All right. Let's see if I can get this set back up. The reason why I said I'm not going to do both things of pasta, if this one is enough, I'm sorry, if this one is enough, that's great. This is just the regular noodles. I thought this was open, but it's not. I don't know if you can tell. These noodles are a lot bigger. So I can get the glare off. They're a lot bigger in comparison. So I don't want to put them both in the same pot. And I don't know how long the sauce is going to last. And we have bread and some other stuff that I could make to put this like an open face sandwich, like with garlic toast or something like that. So I don't want to make tons of leftovers. Just want to use what we have. rinse it out just a little bit. Like there's barely any water at the bottom at all. I know spaghetti is an easy thing, and you don't have to, most people don't have to have a video to show you how to do it. I was just showing you kind of how you can add stuff to it, because this one jar of sauce would not fill up this pan, right? It's because of all the veggies and all the good stuff I added to it. So use what you have, and you know, you'll be amazed at what you can come up with. I don't know if you guys want to sit here and wait while I'm trying to boil water. You know what to say. Okay, we're gonna try some of the marinara. You know, a watch pot never boils. It's not a metal lid, what am I thinking? Watch pot never boils, and we've been watching the pot the whole time, right? Is that why it's not boiling yet? Again, just a tad bit of water. And this isn't even spaghetti sauce. It's just marinara, which is a little bit thicker. But it'll be fine. And I added water to both of those, but it'll thicken up as the water kind of evaporates out as it cooks out. So now we're just gonna let it cook. Let the vegetables finish cooking. They don't have to be completely cooked before you started with the sauce. They will continue to cook, and all those flavors will come together. All right, now the water's starting to boil. So we're gonna get this going. One of these days I'll have bigger pots and pans. My husband always says I cook for an army, but I don't have pots and pans for an army, so we just use what we got, and we're thankful for what we got. All right. And one of these days I'll learn to get all this stuff out prior to hitting start on the video. Alright, those are going to cook down for a few minutes. Alright. There we go. So, I don't know, like I said, if you guys want, I don't think you want to just sit here and watch pasta boil. Most of you know what pasta looks like. It's really just to show you, you can do more than just open a jar and throw it in. I know a lot of people put meat in their sauce, and a lot of people might put something else in, but you can load it up. You could put spinach in here. You could put kale if you wanted to. More kinds of peppers. You can put cheese in here if you wanted to. Like I said, we're just using what we have. So we have the bell peppers, zucchini, 2 onions, garlic, mushrooms, and it filled up the pot. Just using what we had on hand. I didn't buy anything. If I would have purchased something, probably would have bought more spaghetti sauce. Anyway, that's it. Easy meal, budget meal. Use what you have, and you really are hyping up the nutritional value with those fresh veggies. All right, it's Friday night, family night. I'm gonna get off here and get this finished so I can go enjoy my family. You guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless.